Look what's arrived!
And there it is.
Something big happened this morning.
Now this is something special, isn't it?
Just a flipping car.
It's not just a car.
It's an unregistered UR Quattro.
Stop it.
You can probably see my rosy cheeks from space.
These seats are both heated and cooled. He's so romantic. We'll have a roof deck in the little camper van. All you naysayers saying it's too small, I've got a roof deck.
How cool's that? Okay, when I originally bought our Id.Buzz, I bought it for work. And it's just too small for work, so that's why we decided to take it on and convert it to a campervan.
A little micro campervan.
For our Lynn's, well, for both of us really. But the trouble is I didn't spec it that high for work, and I didn't put a reversing camera on it, which is a big regret. So we've had it in Richter for the last 24 hours, and they've been fitting an original OEM reversing camera in it. So it's time to go and pick the van up now and see what it's like. But first up, we're going to stop at Krispy Kreme's to get some donuts for the guys at Richter. There you go. I didn't know how many people work there, so I've got 24 for them. That should do.
Oh, yum. Dozen.
Yeah.
No, just 2 dozen. Okay, I've got a question for you. If you've had Krispy Kreme's, what's your favourite filling? Mine is either the ice rings or the raspberry filled. They're my favourites.
Yeah, I love the raspberry.
Raspberry.
And the slide pod we showed you in the last video, they do them for the Id.Buzz as well, I found out.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, good solution if you want that, isn't it? Again, to take it in and out.
Yeah, for the when it's a dual use van.
Yeah.
If it's
I saw
We bought the gifts, there you go.
Yeah.
Very well.
I didn't know how many was here, so I bought you 2 dozen.
Awesome, thank you very much.
Okay, I was a little bit surprised it's not there.
No, where is it?
Missing.
There we go. So you can see there, integrated in there beautifully, all cut in.
Fantastic.
Not for the faint-hearted, this one. So it's a solid one-piece barn door, all plastic, so we get one shot.
Right, yeah, it's plastic, isn't it?
Yeah, and the tolerances are really, we're talking 1.5, 2 mil. If we go slightly too big.
So you cut it very carefully.
Exactly. Yeah, so
right.
fair play to the team.
Well, it's nice and discreet. Should we see inside what the differences, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's
All
go.
right.
Jump in.
Okie dokie.
So I guess you've had to take part of the dash out there, Neil.
Yes, yeah, it's integrated into the main gateway, which is all under this glove box. So it's centre console out, glove box out, connected in. So it's an Ethernet connection, power and data. So 3 different connections.
Brilliant.
Coding wise, a lot more complicated on these now. It's all locked, so we have to unlock it via Germany. So they protect any coding changes. So we've got a special license.
Right.
We get 59-minute unlock. And we can make changes to the vehicle.
Wow. So I couldn't have done this myself if I wanted to. This
No.
needs doing by a specialist.
Install wise, probably, but then in terms of coding up and calibrating,
Yeah.
it's done by specialists. So we're one of a handful of companies in the UK that offer these services.
In my head, there's a red telephone, an old style one, on your desk, and that's your hotline to them.
That's it, something like that.
Put it in reverse, I guess, is it?
There we go.
Oh, and there it is.
Wow.
We've got
Fantastic.
optical parking on this side still.
Yeah.
And if you turn the steering, you'll see we've got the removable grid lines as well, just giving you the angle that you're reversing to. So obviously, this is your bumper.
Yeah.
Red line here showing you the safe distances.
Brilliant.
And if you're turning in, you can get the angle as well. So
Brilliant.
fully integrated system.
Fantastic.
Oh, I'll drive backwards now then. Steve wants to show you around the showroom, so I'm definitely leaving that to him because it's just cars.
So this is Neil from Richter. They've put a video on how they installed the camera in our Id.Buzz on their YouTube channel. So I'll put a link in the description, guys, if you're interested in going over there. But also, tell me more about what Richter do. It's styling. It's not just the splitters and the spoilers. You do complete styling and...
That's it. Yeah, the main thing for this part of the business is the Abt franchise, so we're the importer for Abt Sports line. So very, very old German company, 1896 they were formed.
Right.
So if you think about that, before cars were produced, they were sporting up horse carriages and things. So
And I looked at it, I thought it was just a styling, but it's not. You do the brake horsepower, you upgrade the engines on them as well.
yeah, the cars in here are particularly special. So they're complete limited edition packages, one of 200 cars worldwide. So
Wow.
yeah, it's interior, exterior, suspension, exhaust, roll bars, brakes, all sorts.
There's some big boy toys in here. Let's go and have a look around at a couple. So run me through, what do we got? RS3?
RS3R, yeah, one of 200, 500 horsepower, so
Wow.
one of 10 UK cars.
Fantastic. Now this is a bit of me, an RSQAS. What's this?
So this is not a limited edition, but it's a special edition, so not limited in numbers. A very, very big seller for us. So Again, big power, 740 horsepower, 23-inch wheels, interior package, exterior, full carbon. So yeah, very, very popular.
180 grand.
Correct.
This really is a bit of me. I do like this car. What have we got here, Neil? It's a 2002 Audi TT. Is it a special one?
Very, very special car this. So when Audi introduced ABT into the UK, they brought 10 wide bodies in. They were all in yellow. This is the only one that's in green, so it's actually been repainted. It's an Enzo colour. There's a 6 or 7 remaining, so extremely rare. So it's just a bit of a showroom piece. We've got a UR Quattro, and this car just as a bit of history in the showroom for us.
Gotcha. And now we got this one, Neil. Now this is something special, isn't it? Look at this. RS6 LE. Tell me more about this one.
Legacy edition, the LE. So Audi are stopping producing the RS6 in the V8 form. These are the last of the V8s coming through. So the most extreme car in terms of standard specification and the most extreme kit from us. So yeah, these are running 760 horsepower. We can also take it to 1,000 horsepower if we send it to Germany with the methanol injection. But yeah, the most extreme kit, fully forged wheels, full interior. Around 10 cars will hit the UK market.
And you've sourced this one and sold it within a couple of days?
Exactly, yes, that's correct.
Give me an idea what kind of money this would be.
With the ceramic brakes and all of the kit, it's also got a matte PPF on it, around 250k.
We shaking head for that.
It's just a flipping car.
It's not just a car.
Get you from A to B, that's what you need.
And this is probably the most special car in here, I think. What do you reckon, Neil?
Absolutely, so this is very, very special. This one's not for sale, very important to say that.
And it's not even registered?
Yes, it's an unregistered UR Quattro, so 91, it's one of the last off the production line. So yeah, just a handful of miles. We've done lots of work on it in terms of keeping it all original, so we needed to replace fuel pump and a couple of bits. We managed to get that from Audi Tradition to keep it all completely original. But yeah, beautiful piece of kit.
This is the boss's car, is it?
It is indeed.
Right,
yeah.
It is lovely.
I won't give away too much, it's probably the most expensive car in here.
Wow, more than that one?
Yes, possibly.
Look at it though, it's beautiful though.
It is cool.
Yeah, you kind of get this one, do you?
No, not really.
Whatever, get in the comments. What do you think? What's your favourite car I've shown you today? Right, that's one of the first upgrades we needed to do before we start the conversion process. We also discussed with them maybe changing the wheels, adding a spoiler, diffuser, some styling, and maybe an audio upgrade, so we'll be back. They do some fantastic upgrades for Audi, Seat, Skoda, and VWs, so if you'd like to know more, I'll put a link to them in the description. So fantastic. Thanks to the guys at Richter, we now have a reversing camera. So Lynn's was a bit dodgy about driving it before that, so she'll be all right now. Although we're fighting over it, it's a lovely car to drive. Right, let's head in the office.
Look what's arrived! Doesn't it look gorgeous? I love this dusty green and I really love the contrast colours in the world. I think it's beautiful. If you're interested in one and you fancy having a little order or having a look, head over to our website, romanradfords.com, look on the merch page, all the information is there, but you do need to be quick because these will go off sale at the end of the month. You've only got this month to order.
Marks and Spencer lunch.
Yes, I've not done this for ages. I fancy soup and a sandwich. I want to say a huge thank you to Surfshark for sponsoring this video, and it seems absolutely appropriate that I'm doing it here in Marks and Spencer's, tucked away in the cafe, because it's Black Friday at Surfshark and they've got a huge deal. Stick to the end of this and you'll find out what that is. We've been using Surfshark for nearly 3 years now, I think, and we've stuck with them because it's unlimited devices for one account. It's perfect for us and the whole of the family, including the boys and all of our gubbins. We have so many. If you don't know what a VPN is, it's a virtual private network, which means it creates a safe tunnel between your device, the information on your device, and the internet. So it keeps your data and also all your information completely safe from baddies on the internet, and also it stops you giving away too much information to big corporations. The boys' favourite feature really comes into play when we're travelling or when we're abroad. They like to be able to set their IP address, which is the home address of your device, to anywhere in the world. Or they can set it when we're travelling back to the UK, which means that they can still access the content that's available to them when we're at home. As it's Black Friday, there is a huge deal this month. Use the link in the description of this code here and add the code Radfords and you'll get an extra 6 months completely free. Huge thanks again to Surfshark for sponsoring this video. Time for lunch.
How good is that toasty? Good shout this was, wasn't it? And a pot of tea as well.
and even more importantly, a pot of gravy. Donkey gravy, stop it. That was so good. And Rory, who works here, was lovely. What a sweetheart. Right, now, so something big happened this morning. We have reached a new level in parenting. Our baby, our very first baby, is now an adult. He turned 18 this morning, so we're going to go shopping for a cake. I think we're going to go with the raspberry ripple cake because it's a Madeira with raspberry jam, and you can't go too wrong with that.
But 16 quid, though.
Stop it.
Victoria sponge cake here, 3.65.
This serves 16 though, apparently.
Okay. Well, they're very appropriate, aren't they?
He loves Percy pigs.
He's 18.
He loves Percy pigs. He's my baby. He will be my baby forever.
Please tap the credit card on the payment device.
I should have put that as a business expense since they were filming.
Thank you for shopping at Marks and Spencer.
As it was Eddie's 18th birthday and he loves to eat out, he wanted to go to the Kobe Steakhouse at the Snowdome. And since I just got my DJI Pocket 3 camera, I decided to bring it along to check out the low-light performance.
We're going to Wetherspoons, aren't we?
Since he just turned 18, we decided to pop into the moon underwater for a pint first.
So tonight, Ed is 18 and he's having his first pint. And we've got the vodkas on the go. Oh, we're off to a good start.
I was just looking at it thinking that there's escalators on the inside. It's just a reflection. I may have had 2 glasses of wine.
Well, this is a rather special place. It's quite dark in here, so this 1-inch sensor is picking it up fantastically. You all right? Can you see?
No, it's very dark. It is very moody and beautiful in here.
It's my kind of ambience.
I know, but I can't see a bloody thing, so it's my torch.
Honey, what you found?
It's a super Tuscan wine, region Toscana, so Tuscan, for £495. Should we have that one?
No, let's not have that. Good choice of wine.
No, it's really tasty. It is. The tasting notes were Sauve Blanc and gooseberry and something else, which really makes you do that.
You know, it's quite dark in here. I think we can still see your rosy cheeks.
I think you can probably see my rosy cheeks from space.
Oh, look at that ribeye with a peppercorn sauce and fries.
We all enjoyed a selection of different steaks from the menu, whilst Harry and George went for the Wagyu burgers, and all the food was amazing.
So I did mention that it's your birthday, and look what they've brought him out. Fantastic. Happy birthday, Ed. Enjoy.
Okay, we're back in the Buzz today, and we're headed down to see Dan at Visiontech. They're another van builder. They do some great work, what I've seen, but also they are the UK distributor for Horizon roofs, and they are some of the best pop-top roofs in the UK. And rumour has it, he's fitted one to an Id.Buzz. So let's go and take a look. So we're at Visiontech, we're here to see Dan, and they've done some fantastic conversions with things like this transporter. Look, that's got a pop-top roof on it, you can hardly see it. But best of all, they've done one on an Id.Buzz, so let's go and take a look.
This conversion, I already recognise it from the internet. It's all over Insta. It is beautiful. It's been as far as Morocco. So we know that we're in good hands.
So we're headed in to meet Dan, and he took us to see his beautiful Id.Buzz and popped the roof straight up for us.
Wow, look at that. Hey, what do you think, Mrs.?
It doubles the height, doesn't it? Absolutely doubles the height of the bus.
Right, that is
Very
fantastic.
cool.
Look at that. The tallest pop tops in the world.
You're right in there.
Yeah, I can't touch the top.
What are you looking for?
I was wondering if I could touch the top here, because it's quite narrow, which is something to think about. So,
But it'd be perfect for George sleeping up there, wouldn't it?
yes. Yeah, he'd love it up here.
Right.
But also, when we're in, it makes such a difference, I think, because the seat will be a little further forwards. So your head's not going to be directly under this bit. It might be. But it's high enough that it doesn't matter, does it?
No.
And what's really interesting is it's an adaptation of the transporter roof. So the technology and the experience of that is already kind of built into this.
Right.
Really nice quality.
It is. It reeks quality, doesn't it? And that's why we wanted to look at this one. You know, there are cheaper ones out there, and I just didn't feel comfortable with them.
And the big difference between this one and the cheaper ones is that actually it doesn't adjust the top profile. It doesn't impact the top profile of the Buzz. It all fits in to the original shape of the van itself.
Right. So you can hardly tell it's got a pop top on it.
Yeah. It's secret. One thing I really like about this specific Buzz is they've done the opposite of what I expect most people will do. They've wrapped the top half in this really sparkly grey colour, and they've left the white, and I think it looks really beautiful.
So this is a work in progress, but one thing they're just happy with now is that the roof is satisfactory and they're ready to start selling and fitting these roofs on Id.Buzzes. This is a prototype one, but I think they've got their first one booked in next month. So what do you think? Should we get this pop-top roof put on ours?
Dan has given us a little tour of this place, and there are some really exciting things here. They're really innovative. One of the things I really like is the fact that they use fiberglass as one of the building materials, which will bring the weight down. If you remember, we've only got 600 kilograms of payload in the Buzz. The actual cabinets here that they use in their transporters, are a fraction of that and a fraction of what you'd have if it was built in traditional wood.
Unfortunately, they haven't got the mould for the Id.Buzz yet, so they're not quite offering a fiberglass solution for the Id.Buzz, which would have been perfect for us.
Standing up in this, I've got no hope of touching the top, but it does feel wider than in the Buzz. That's a big difference, but it's a bigger vehicle. So.
Absolutely. But the Buzz one would be great for just George sleeping up there, right?
Oh yeah, he's going to love it. You and him going off on kid adventures.
Finish they do with this fiberglass, I had no idea.
It's so shiny and beautiful, isn't it?
Isn't it? And very lightweight.
Dan's just unzipping the canvas so we can see what it looks like. Can you imagine? We're going to be sat up there with a cup of tea. It's like having a roof deck.
Right.
We'll have a roof deck in the little camper van. All you naysayers saying it's too small, I've got a roof deck.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
And then you can lift that up as well.
Yes. Look at that. And you put that there. So how's your roof deck?
That's really cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it. Well, my first thought was, imagine coming up here in the evening with a nice cup of tea, and who am I kidding? Glass of wine. Glass of wine, and a view, parked somewhere really beautiful.
Dan went and grabbed the new standard Vango pop-top self-inflating sleeping mattress out to show us how well it fitted in there. Fits like a glove.
We supply that with a little USB pump as well,
Yeah.
so you can reverse it and you can suck the air out.
Brilliant.
So you can leave it up there.
That's really funny because I'd not even considered a mattress for up there. We've talked about the ones for the bench seat, but not for that.
That's the one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's just packed down to nothing.
You need this sliding hatch area, whereas on the transporter,
Right.
you've got that in and out. So you're going to need a mattress like this, so you can fold it back to get.
Yeah.
Will that now pop up and sit up the top?
See, George's favourite thing to sleep in is the sleeping bag as well, so you don't have to
There you go. There it is. You can still stand up in there. Perfect. So Visiontech are also working with Transporter HQ for the solo air suspension. Watch this. How cool's that?
So we've sneaked into the factory where they actually produce the Horizon pop-tops. What makes these pop-tops so interesting and so different to a lot that's on the market is the frame that they're sitting on. These are made out of steel and they are really tough and strong. And I've just learned that the very top bit, that's the technical specification, is actually called the skin, and these ones are all out of fiberglass.
And here's one here before it gets put in. Look, you can just see the steel frame. It's so heavy duty.
So if you really want to judge a company or a person's work, have a look at what they travel in themselves. This is Dan's own crafter and it is glorious. I really love this little touch. Look at these covers. They're curved and beautiful. Everything in here is wrapped in this beautiful leather. And if you do this and pull it down, look how clever this is. The net is there to catch anything coming out. Really clever and beautiful. This is a full berth for travel. At the back we have an electric drop down bed that can be raised or lowered so you can fit your bikes or your skis or your naughty kids in it. And at the front we have this dinette area that also converts into a double bed. Another little touch that I've spotted are wireless charging points on the table. That's very neat. The kitchen's really interesting too. It's got an instant hot water tap with filter, so that is possibly going on my own personal wish list. We've got a gas hob, but they can also cook with induction. There's plenty of options here. It's got a wet room with a shower and toilet, but these are fantastic. These seats are both heated and cooled.
So there you go, Dan at Visiontech, lovely guy. really nice of him to take the time to show us around everything this morning. He's booked the morning out for us, so really appreciate that. Now, we still have 56% on the batteries, and I think it's 108 miles, and we've got 144 miles left in here, so we don't need a charge. However, I want to show you what the charging technology is like, and there's a great site just down the road, so we're going to head there now.
Steve this morning woke me up with I'm going to take you somewhere really exciting today. I've got a real treat for you. He was like, guess where? And I was like, yeah.
A charging station.
Yeah, we'll take you there.
It's a special charging station though.
He's so romantic.
This GridServe electric forecourt is situated just off the A131 at Braintree. It opened 3 years ago in December 2020 and has 36 chargers available. As we drove in, I could see it was well laid out with plenty of space. Along with the universal chargers for all electric cars, there are 6 dedicated Tesla superchargers that are just for Teslas to charge at. And many of the charging bays were undercover with solar panels on the roof. This right here is what petrol stations will look like in the future, like it or not. We made our way around the one-way system and into a green bay, where we parked up next to a 350 kilowatt rapid charger. So here we go, we've got 350 kilowatt charge at maximum. I think this only takes about 170 though.
Right, okay. This is exciting. It's all touch. Look at this. So first, step 1, plug in your vehicle.
So it's a CCS connection, so it uses the Type 2 and the bottom bit as well.
Stop it. Look how easy that was. We've had a couple of comments about the fact that all the electricity for the system is all created out back with diesel-powered and petrol-powered generators. It's not true. This is 100% net zero energy. We've got solar panels above us, and I know 44 miles away from here is a solar farm. It is all clean energy coming into this.
And gone are the days of needing a silly app. You can literally just use your phone with contactless. How much easier is that?
Oh my goodness, I've had some dramatic journeys up and down the M1 in the middle of the night with the rain going sideways, standing on dead sparrow hawks, the lot. This is easy. This is a first electric forecourt, and it was opened on the 7th of December 2020. There's a Costa and an M&S. Now I'm going to read the fridge here because I love the M&S whipped feta and hummus falafel wrap thing. I found my falafel wrap, which has got crunchy pickled vegetables and whipped feta. It's delicious.
And I've gone for a BLT.
This feels fancy.
Isn't it? There you go. Fancy toilets. And right here's got a shower in that one.
It all feels really futuristic. You can even hire out a meeting pod for £16 an hour. This whole place feels very futuristic and very forward thinking. It's brilliant. One of the things they're promoting here is an app that will help you figure out ways and help corporations figure out ways to reduce their carbon footprint. I'm going to have a download and see what else we can do. There are 36 individual power charger points here, and that includes Teslas and 350 kilowatts. There's lots of different ones. There's even a prototype that works at 360 kilowatts and can do 2 cars at once, which is massive.
Huge thank you to Richter, to Visiontech and to Horizon Roofs. If you want to know more about them, there's a link in the description, guys. And thanks to Surfshark for sponsoring this video.